So several years ago, I get a call from Dr. Nido Qubein, the great speaker, author, of course, and the current president of High Point University, which he has, in my opinion, single-handedly, or with some help, I'm sure, but led at least the transformation of this small little school to a Ritz-Carlton of small colleges in the South. Just an unbelievable school. So Nido called me and said, hey, I want you to speak at my president's club at the university. Come in a day early with Dawn, and we'll see a basketball game. The team's really good. I'll take you out for a steak dinner, and then you and I will speak at the president's club for some of the wealthier donors for the university. So I was thrilled because I'd known Nido for, at that point, probably 20-some years. He was on our board for many years, for 20 years, and just been a great mentor to me for a long time, and just a super nice guy. And so Dawn and I went over there, and we spent some time with Nido. And the next day I spoke, and I did my program on mental toughness. And I ended the talk, because Nido wanted me to do this, I ended the talk talking about my book, How Rich People Think. And I was joking with the audience because I said, I've known Nido for a long time, but I've never seen so many buildings in a university dedicated, named after one man. It's sort of a joke of, playing with Nido a little bit, because there's the Dr. Nido Qubein building, and then there's the Children's Museum and all these different buildings, because he's done so much unbelievable work at this university. So anyway, I ended my talk, and then Nido came on, and he gave a talk that really transformed the way I was thinking, because I was kind of in a success mode. Talking about how rich people think. I had a book that was out that was doing extremely well, and I was kind of focused on success during my talk. And Nido said, now that Steve's talked about how rich people think and the success mindset and mental toughness and all these things that encapsulate great achievement, I want to talk to you about something that takes all this to the next level. And he said it's when you go from success to significance. And I'd heard him mention this before, but I never heard it the way I did that day. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because sometimes, you can be a speaker and be working for many, many years all over the world, like I have been, and like Nido has been as well, before he became president of High Point University. And sometimes it just hits you in a different way, and because I was so focused on success, and I thought, and he talked about this significance, and how you go from, you achieve success, and now the highest level of importance is achieving significance. How can you be more significant in a person's life, or in a group's life, or your entire fan base's life if you're a speaker? How can you really be significant? Not just important, not just someone they look up to as a thought leader, but someone that really made a significant difference in their life. And then he talked about why he went from this multi-million-dollar consulting, speaking, writing business to the president of High Point University. And it was because he felt like he could create significance in the lives of all these college students. And of course, he's broken every record the school's ever had. I mean, Nido is a genius. He literally is a genius. We throw that word around a lot in personal development, but Nido really is a genius. There's very few people. I've never met anyone like him. But he's just operating at a higher level. But he talked about this idea, of the importance, and that you could change people's lives for generations. Not just talking about success, but really emphasizing this concept of significance. And I just wanted to share that with you, because it really made a big difference in my life. I went there to speak. What I ended up doing was really benefiting once again from Nido Quebein's great wisdom and intellect. And not just that, but his caring about people. He is one of the greatest speakers we've had in the last 50 years in this business. No question about that. One of the smartest, one of the best speakers. Bill Gove graduate from the 1970s, late 1970s. Just an amazing guy, and one of the most humble, nicest people too. Just goes to show you that you can be so successful like he is and still be a very humble man, and someone that's spending the rest of his life giving back to college kids and enhancing their experience like no one else but Nido Qubein could really do. If you haven't ever heard of Nido Qubein, look him up. He is a master of masters.